Games today come under a lot of fire, and being angry at a game today is extremely popular. YouTubers make entire careers out of screaming and yelling at video games, both that they're angry at and that they're scared at. So you can imagine my excitement when a 20-year-old Reject Studios game decided to pop up randomly on Steam.
Super Noah's Ark 3D, or Super 3D Noah's Ark, whatever the hell you want to call it, was originally released on the Super Nintendo and was the only game on the system not licensed by Nintendo. The company behind it, Wisdom Tree, once released unlicensed games on the Nintendo Entertainment System under the name of Color Dreams before turning into a Christian-centered company called Wisdom Tree. Wisdom Tree released tons of Bible games in its time, all of which were generally considered to be awful, and when the Super Nintendo came around, the company id, famous for Doom and Wolfenstein, reportedly gave Wisdom Tree the information to disable the lockout chip so they could develop unlicensed games on the new Super Nintendo system. The reason being was id was angry at Nintendo for toning down the violence in their two games, and what came of it was a Wolfenstein clone called Super Noah's Ark 3D. Now that you know how this thing came to be, here's the game itself. For a 20-year-old port, it runs perfectly on a modern PC. It loads fine and records fine. No issues like in, say, Bibleman, for example. The title screen art and music is decent too, but let's look at its options. Wow, I'm actually impressed. For being just a 20-year-old re-release of a game, this has a lot of options, most of which many indie titles actually lack. It's almost refreshing to see that thought was actually put into this and they knew that PC was not the same as consoles. But good options or not, bad gameplay could be the killer. Well, it's a less violent Wolfenstein, that's for sure, and it's actually generally decent. You pick a stage at the start and dive into the game, and it plays a lot like a less violent Wolfenstein. You shoot seeds at goats and put them to sleep. There are different variations of goats that do different things, and you have to collect ammo, health, and power-ups to get through the levels. It's fairly entertaining. It is not perfect, though. The controls are stiff-feeling, and with no mouse aim control, you really need a gamepad of some sort to play it efficiently. That and the music is a constant loop that drones on, and eventually gave me a headache. But just put on some old Wolfenstein or Doom music, or hell, even some heavy metal, and just turn off the music, and you've got a pretty good game. Those two things aside, though, it's a well-built port, and runs flawlessly at 60 FPS, which is rare for even AAA titles nowadays. I think it says a lot about the gaming industry when a 20-year-old Christian game ported onto PC because, well, why not, is a better made, better optimized port than a massive multi-million-dollar title coming out today. It really shows where the gaming industry is heading, less about the game and more about the profits.
All of that being said, if you can pick up this game for, say, $3 to $5 or so, I got it for like $3.50, I think, on sale, it's definitely worth your time. And if your parents are one of those parents that don't like violent video games in their household because, God forbid, type of thing, this is a damn good chance to play Wolfenstein Noah Edition. Thanks for watching.
If you enjoyed that video, check out my last review on Supreme Ruler Ultimate, and if you want to see something different, check out my Console Minute series. I just did one on the Sears Super Pong 4, which is an interesting little console. And of course, if you really enjoyed, leave a like and maybe even subscribe. Thanks for watching.